Hello, I'm Tootight Lautrec and welcome back to my worldwide reading tour. I've gotten my plumes out because I'll be reading from my book of short stories by my nom de plume, Joseph O'Malley. And today's story is called H.O.M.E.S, capital H, capital O, capital M, capital E, capital S. And if any of you know anything about Michigan or geography, you'll know that H.O.M.E.S, which comes up later in the story, is Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior, the Great Lakes that surround Michigan and make it the beautiful hand that it is that you can see from space of Michigan. So this is H.O.M.E.S. Fernanda called to him from across the street. "Hey, stupido, you make me sick." And all he could think to say back was, "Shut up," but really loud. A moment later he added, "Ugly," just before she opened the screen door and went into her house. Fernanda Hector Caballo was in Mrs. Lutz's 4th grade class with Gerard. The walk home from school was a straight line down Hazelton Street for 7 blocks to his house, and Fernanda lived smack in the center of that straight line at the bottom of a short hill. Her green slate house was on the corner of Hazelton and Euclid, its red front door facing Euclid, so that even though she passed the side door to her house first, she always walked the extra few feet to circle around to the front door, just in case, it seemed to him, she had one more thing to say. Gerard couldn't remember exactly how or why, but sometime between 2nd grade and 4th grade, he and Fernanda had begun walking home together on opposite sides of the street, and as they walked, they would yell mean things across to each other. It may have started on the playground. There were 7 of them playing foursquare. Gerard, Fernanda, and Melanie were taking their turns outside of the square making fun of Riley Berger, who smelled. Fernanda told Melanie, "Stay away from that Riley boy. Me mommy say if you smell a boy's armpits you might fall in love with him." When Gerard heard that, he lifted his mouth to the blue-white sky and let out a whoop of laughter. Then he came up from behind Fernanda, wrangled her into a headlock with her face in his underarm, and would not let go until she bit him. The summer before his sister Rachel lost her hair to chemotherapy, Gerard and Rachel would walk in the warm evenings to the Dairy Queen across from the school. The Hector Caballos had a large wooden fence painted red, which blocked anyone from the street from seeing into the corner lot of their backyard. Behind the fence, Rachel and Gerard often heard someone playing a guitar, and there was a woman singing in a language their mother told them was Spanish. The thin breeze smelled of grasshoppers and of the river, which was only a few blocks away. Rachel's skips and wriggles grew more fervent the closer they got to the music, which hung low on the early evening air. On the way home, when the colors of the sky grew deeper, they'd slow down to listen, and sometimes stop, hushed across the street, licking the ice cream as it dripped down over their fingers. One night, on the way to the Dairy Queen, the woman was singing as usual, and Rachel demanded Gerard's attention. "Watch me, Gerard, look, watch this," she said as she twitched her hips 3 times in a row, turned on one heel, and began to spin quickly around and around and around, flailing her arms and stomping her feet, almost in time with the music. "Stop acting like a goofball and come on," Gerard said. When she stopped, she almost fell. The rest of the way there, Rachel listed to one side, giggling as she exaggerated her dizziness. On the way home, they were both surprised. Behind the redwood fence at the Hector Caballos, a man with a deep voice sang in a slow, sad song. Gerard tried to concentrate on the words, hoping he could make Spanish words turn into English just by paying closer attention. Then the man's voice shifted into a deep moan that rose and ended with the sound, "Aye," and Gerard felt as though anything was possible. His heart could lift out of his body and flutter into the purple summer evening sky. And that begins H.O.M.E.S. If you would like a copy, your own very own copy of Great Escapes from Detroit, you can follow the links below to get it from the Amazon store, and there's also an ebook link that you can get, or you can visit the Cornerstone Press webpage on your own and buy it directly from them. Great Escapes from Detroit by Joseph O'Malley, short stories. Thank you for tuning in to my worldwide reading tour. Remember that the world is full of wonder and that all you have to do is pay attention. I'm Tootight Lautrec. Mwah.